We take the audience on a journey, and they first come into a hospital room, and they're greeted by a priest who then describes the predicament of the city. The city is sick, and Oedipus comes into this hospital room and says, well, he's going to try and find the culprit. And then we go out into the main space and take the audience out from a small room into this huge, wonderful silk factory. And then the action unfolds in the big space.
This was our first play after COVID. It was important to us. And we went to a place where, where the people are very friendly and we know them because we've been touring to Craiova since the beginning of the festival. It's nearly 30 years. When Nick and I choose a play to do, it's always secondary to the actors that we know. So we have to think of a play that they will do well. We need to think about the actors and then put them in a play that we think is suitable. And that's why we chose Oedipus.
Nu o să poți niciodată să mă rănești pe mine sau pe oricine vede lumina zilei.
I think the play comes alive in a different way when it's performed in a space with the people moving around, so people get different points of view of the actors. And the secret's not to have too many people in because otherwise they can't see. But it's very thrilling because it means that the audience becomes part of the chorus and the audience starts to understand that these events that we see played out on the stage, which are about the sickness of a city, which was of course inspired by COVID, they're going to see that it is actually their problem. It's not somebody else's world, it's their world. Well, Nick and I start with the assumption that it is about now, so we're not trying to modernise it. It is modern. That's the problem. The problem is it's happening now. These great plays are about a problem, about a predicament, and they're about the problem that we have now. So we naturally start. We don't have to. We don't think they should be in togas, and we're going to put them in suits.
There is very little scenography. We rely on the space itself, and the audience, as it were, makes the image. In addition, we have two concrete elements which are part of Oedipus's mind, if you like. They're his memories of his family and the fact that he learns that his father has actually died. So we travel out of reality, out the concrete reality, into his mind, and we see him with his family, and we see him mourning his father.
I have no message for the audience, nor has Sophocles, nor has Shakespeare. It's not about giving a message. That's from the word culture. It's like asking a mother with a child, what's the meaning of your baby? I don't know what the question means. And a work of art is exactly the same. And I actually think that theatre is quite interesting because it offers us an escape from words. I think words are very important, but they have a tendency to make us believe that they're the most important things in the world. And it's enthroned in lies like, in the beginning was the word, because it's not true. In the beginning was breath, then there was movement. You can see it all in a baby in a pram, that they start to make noises and wriggle and move, and then these get formulated into words, as long as we know that words can't do very much. So it's very difficult to say I love you, because it doesn't really mean anything. It's, love is about what we actually do to another person or how we look after that other person. And so that although theatre is built on words, and certainly the first plays that we do, the writers are great because they know the words don't do the whole job. That's really important. The French have an appalling expression, which is le mot juste, which is the precise word. I think there's no such thing as the precise word, unless you're talking about another word, you know, but actually human experience isn't capable of being put into words. That's what we do in the theatre. So we use words, we use all sorts of things, but what we're doing is trying to share an experience with the audience.